Hello, Mario. Here we are again with SAC 5, the scheme plan. In this video, I'm going to tidy up the scheme plan a bit, put in the lot numbers, building setbacks, shape factor circle, and essentially finish up the plan. So let's see how that goes. But first, we've got to turn off these titles. We don't want them appearing in the middle of the video, so we'll just turn off that layer and then we'll go to our layout in here. And here's our layout, just been tidied up a little bit since perhaps you saw it last. So the first thing we're going to do is perhaps look at some lot areas. So I'm going to first of all create a new layer which I will call areas. So just create that layer there, A-R-E-A-S. I like to have my layers in capitals if I can. So, and I'll make that the current layer. So what we have now, I'll just zoom in here a little bit, and I think we can finish off with that. As we can see, we've got areas up there. So what we have here now is pretty clean skin there. I'm going to just use a function called boundary, B-O-U-N-D-A-R-Y. And what boundary does is it just creates a polyline. So there it is, it's created a polyline there, and we just do that, and then if we click on that polyline, we can see that's in the areas layer, and it gives us an area there of 768.625. Now, I would put that area as 768. If it was 768.7 or more, I'd put it as 769. The reason for this is that in New Zealand, we express our areas a little bit more or less. So we like to be pretty right that people are getting what they say they are. If they get a bit more, well, that's a bonus. But if they get less than they think they've got, that sort of tends to be frowned upon a little bit. So we're going to move on from there. Now, I'm going to, these are polylines. I might just create a new layer in here called, I'm just going to pause. And so, yeah, I'll create a new layer which I'm going to call lot areas. So I'll just click the one there, create a new layer here which I'll call lot area text. So this will be for the text that I put in the lots, and I'll make that the current lot area there for now. So I'll just go into here and I'll put in this text here, multi-line text I think I'll use for this one, and I'm going to make this one 768 meters out 253. Oh, I want a little m for my meters. In New Zealand, we generally show our areas to the nearest square meter. So that'll do that for the area of that lot, just for now. I'll put that in there. I've gone for quite big areas on this particular subdivision. They're quite large, so it's a large upmarket subdivision, so sort of have some big houses and things like that. So now the next thing we're going to look at is what we call the building setbacks, or the yards, and these are the sort of define the building platform, and typically you can't build inside these. So for the side boundaries, they're usually offset 1.5 and 1.5. Okay, and if we select this here, that's selected the polyline. I don't really want that. I want to actually come inside, so that's the a polyline there. So the side boundaries would be 1.5. However, the road boundaries are typically 3 meters. So I'll do an offset here of 3 meters, like so, and just put that in there as well. And so that's the little inside one. So you can see here that that we need to do a little bit of trimming and what have you. So this is the 3 meter one. So what I'll do with this is I'll explode this, explode it, so that will put it into its little component parts, and then we'll just take out these ones here. Oh, sorry, not those ones there. We'll just take out these two here, like so. They can come out, delete, and then we'll use this. I'll just use the extend function up here, which is something a bit easier. I'll just go like that and select that one there, end that selection, and then I'll just pop that one up to there, pop that one up to there, like so, and then I'll do a trim. And what I'll do is I'll just trim to this here, and what I'm hoping this will do is this will cut out all of this stuff here. And there we have my building setbacks. We've got a 3 meter front yard there on the corner, and 1.5 meter around there like that. Now it's also typical that we have these as a dotted line usually. So I'll just go into here and selecting them all, and we'll just go up to here, and we can see that we've got the line type here, and I'll see that I've got in there a dashed 2. Okay, so that's all there, that's dashing those, but that doesn't look that good really, to be honest. So I'm just going to, line type generation needs to be enabled on the if you're using polylines, and I'm not sure what we've got here, here, and here, and here, and here, but yeah, they seem to be alright. So I want them a bit more dashing than that, so I'm going to change the scale. Possibly I might drop it down, I think, to 0.1. Oh, hang on, I'll just select these ones here, and we drop the line type scale down to 0.1, like that, and let's see how that goes. Oh, yeah, I probably wanted a bit better, bit more than that, so I might make it 0.5. No, probably I think I might make it 0.25, and that's quite reasonable, I think. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And then I can use the go to the home button, and up here I can use the match properties. If only I could, only I can find it. Usually it's on there, but anyway, I can't seem to find that there, so I'm just going to go match here, match match properties, and no, that's not coming up either. Oh dear, there's a bit of a thing there. Just go to the home tab, and oh, it's obviously been removed or something. I don't know why it's not there. I'll try again in the MATCH match prop. There we go, match properties. And so we select the source one there, it should be that one there, and then we'll paint that into there and into there. Or we can select all of these. So that gives us our setbacks there and our area. Now the other thing that we also have is a shape factor circle. Now, in the Hamilton City area, they have a shape factor circle in some areas of a 15 metre diameter circle. So we'll just do that C there, and we'll make that 7.5 radius, and that fits. It should fit inside the, ideally inside the. It can include the yards, but not the front, and we'll put that there. Now I like to try and get it as best I can quite central, so I'm just going to draw a line here for now, just from there across to there, and then I'm going to put my shape factor circle sort of central on that sort of thing there. There's the middle of it, but I probably want to come just down there a little bit, maybe, or possibly up here. I might just wait till I've positioned a few other ones there that are more symmetric than this. So I'm just going to delete that there, and move, and put this in here like so. Oh, that's not working so well. I'll turn off the objects snaps there, and oh, what happened to my circle? Okay, put it in here, 7.5, and just move it around a little bit for now, and move this here into the middle. Move that about a bit. Deleted it rather than moved it, I think. Move that around a little bit, like that. Put it about there. Okay, and I'm just going to right click here and use the recent input, and there's match properties there. It's a bit easier to find. And put that in there like so. Okay, so that was one of the more difficult sort of lots there. Just might move this a little bit, just to, like so, and get that right. So that's the building setbacks, and that there, and that's in the lot area text at this stage. So let's just do the next one. Oh, and we do need to have a lot number. So I'll just put a lot number in here, and this will be lot number 1, like so. I like to have that as usually as quite a largish number, so it's annotative scale, paper text type 2 meters. I might go 4.5 for that, like so. Put that in there as a 1 in there like that. Move that around a bit so that that's there, and just to stand it out, I may well put it and just sort of edit it. It's got it as M text, so I might just make it bold 1 there, and then this 768 should probably be a bit bigger, so I'll make that 3. Okay, and that necessitates making that all a little bit bigger again, like so. Yep, like that, and then move like that. Okay, and then we'll just move on to the next one, and we'll just type in, we'll see, recent input boundary. Is that there? There's boundary there. So let's just pick this point here. There's our boundary there, and enter, and we can just select that, and we can see that that's 800 square meters for that lot there. So what I'm going to do is I'll do the offset enter, 3 enter, so that will give me the roading one there. Okay, and then offset enter 1.5. Oops, just sort of forget to, yeah, it's 1.5, enter, and let's put that there. Alright, so now let's explode this one here. Recent input there, should be an explode there. Cool, okay, and so that would enable us to delete those ones there, and to extend these one here and here, and then we'll trim that. Okay, so we'll trim to that line there, and trim this little bit out here. Okay, and then we will match the properties. Match prop. There we go. We're going to match prop that to that to that. It all looks pretty good. And then we'll just copy this. Before we do that, I'll just get exactly where the middle of the lot is here. I'll just draw a line from I've got the snaps turned off, so I'll just turn them on again. I'm turning them on using the function key F3 here from my PC keyboard. Some of you using Apple keyboards, of course, might not be able to do that. CP, enter, and drop, and put that into the midpoint, which is about there. Okay, so that's probably better center place for these, and I'll change that there to a 2. Okay, and I'll just move this one about a bit just to make it line up a bit better with that one. I could actually use the XL horizontal here, just put a line right through there. Okay, so then that would enable me to position these ones here, move like so, put them on there, just get them nice and even. Turn off the object snaps, possibly. Have to be too accurate. When I think about there, and I'll delete that. And this one could possibly, I think I've moved it a bit. Let's move that down a bit, like so. Okay, and there, so then change this here to 800. Okay, all right, and as we can see there, we've got another few lots to do. This video's gone on for a little while now, hasn't achieved too much. So what I'll do, I think, is I'll do some. I'll pause for a while and then possibly come back with some. And that now I've been through and put them all in. I've put in some of the road names. I'm just going to adjust that one there a little bit, and that just about finishes the scheme plan there. With that, just tidies that up. A couple of little things there. There's always things that can be tidied up. Just up here, these two top lots here, I continued on this line here, and that's the net area. So you couldn't actually build a house or anything in there realistically. So this has a total area of 1090, but a net area of of 979, so that's the area that you could actually build on, even though the building platform does come down there. So different district plans have different rules around that. Some of them, any area where it's less than 6 metres wide is not considered in the part of the lot area. Various things around leg-ins and right-of-ways and such that determine the net lot area, which is generally what comes into play. These lot sizes here are very large. Typically we're down around the 600 square metres now in the area at Waikato and Hamilton, but this is a large upmarket subdivision, we could argue, and so the larger lot sizes for the bigger houses and a little bit more room for the extra motor vehicles, perhaps the RV and the motorhome. But generally that's all done. I have actually turned on as well the line weight settings, and I've set the default line weight to 0. That's done up here in here, and the line weight settings, and you can set the default line weight, and you can display the line weights or choose not to here as well. So it can all be set there. So there we have the little scheme plan there. Oh look, it looks like here that I've got the DDP type turned on, so I'll just turn that on, DDP type, enter, and I'll just set that back to the little 0 there, or blank, so that all disappears. We've got all our everything filled in, the scheme plan, the Soames cul-de-sac 2015, our logo's all right. I won't put the drawing number in at this point because I'm not sure where it fits in the scheme of things as I draw the plans. And I'll just, before I finish off, I'll just do a quick check and see the plot preview really, plot and preview, and yeah, that's all looking pretty good there. Obviously needs to go through to a checking phase there. Let's just have a bit of a look in there. Yeah, that's all good. Quite pleased with that. So there you are. That concludes this one. This one's a bit of a longer one, going on for 22 minutes, but obviously quite a lot of detail to go, and I can still, just looking at it now, I can see that I perhaps want to just move that one there a little bit and around and what have you, just to get a better look to the plan. But generally that's our scheme plan, and so we'll look on to the next video in due course. I think I'll just leave it there with the plot showing. We can notice that there's no border around the Wintec sign there. I'll just see if I can fix that just quickly. Cancel. I'll just select in here, go to paper space. I'll select the logo here. I'll try to select the logo. That's it there. And I'll use this draw order, send to the back. And I'll just see if I can select that. Oh, I don't know if I select that line there. I just may. We'll see how that plots there. Plot preview. And that still hasn't fixed it. So I think what I might do is need to put an extra a line in there. Just go back to here. We've obviously got this line here is fine. Let's see one. So I'll just copy that, CP that, and I'll put that there, like so. And now we'll plot that and just do a quick check here. Plot and preview. And yes, that's much better. Okay, so we'll end it there.